Hey guys, welcome back to CDUB Studios. Today bringing you a white Exile Lifegain deck, mono white. Basically just trying to run the board with Voice of the Blessed and then exiling creatures with Circle of Confinement, Brutal Cathar, and Skyclave Apparition, while attempting to maintain a board presence by getting Lunarch Veteran out with Voice of the Blessed, and then getting Adeline out, allowing us to create a 1/1 and pump up our Voice of the Blessed, and then just swing in. Deck's been running really well, so we'll just go over all the cards in the deck real quick. So we have, in the deck, we have Chaplain of Alms, 1/1 first strike, ward 1, and then can come back as a spirit, flying first strike. And then we have Lunarch Veteran. Whenever a creature comes in the battlefield, you gain 1 life, and then he has a spirit side as well. Whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield, gain 1 life. Paladin Class to be able to cost our opponents to cast spells, cost more. And then we can pump it to level 2, and then creatures that I control get +1/+1. And then you can pump it to level 3, where target attacking creature gets ++1 for each other attacking creature and gains double strike. That's an amazing way to close out a game at the end, if you just need to swing in for high damage, especially with the flyers that we're able to create with this deck. Circle of Confinement. Exile a creature an opponent controls with mana value 3 or less. This is really great for getting rid of low creature costs, creatures that the opponent has for cheap. Clarion Spirit, whenever you cast a second spell, we create a 1/1 white spirit flying creature token. Intrepid Adversary, lifelink, and then we can pay 2 mana any number of times, and creatures get +1/+1. Also good just in general as a creature, so not only does he buff our other creatures if we pay the 2 mana, but he's also a 3/1 with lifelink. And then we got Lunarch Aspirant, beginning of combat, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. This works really well with our Thalia Guardian, where he's a 2/1 first strike, and costing non-creature spells 1 more to cast. So pumping him with the Lunarch is really great, or putting an additional counter on the Blessed is great. Pumping our Intrepid Adversary for lifelink, and then also pumping our Katilda, our Spirit Warlock. She's got flying and lifelink and protection from vampires, and power and toughness are equal to the number of permanents you control that are spirits or enchantments. So we've got a few enchantments in this deck, and we've got a decent amount of spirits in this deck. So we've got, for spirits, we've got the Skyclave Apparition, we've got the Voice of the Blessed, and then we have the Clarion Spirit, along with the tokens that the Clarion Spirit makes whenever we cast our second spell. And because we've got a lot of cheap creatures in our deck, we're able to double cast quite often, which just helps buff our Spirit Warlock here. And then if she does die, for 5 mana, we can enchant a creature, and it has flying, lifelink, protection from vampires, and gets +X/+X, where X is the number of permanents you control that are spirits or enchantments. So really great card for this deck. I would be tempted to take out maybe 1 or 2 creatures out of this deck and put more more of this in here, but there's just, being a legendary creature, we only can have one out on the board at a time, and we've seemed to find her quite often when we're in play. So I don't know. You might be able to squeeze one more in and take something out, but really, really great card to have in this deck. Obviously, we have Brittle Cathar, exile a creature an opponent controls until it leaves battlefield, and then we can flip it to night. So if we don't play a spell, flips to night, and then it becomes first strike, also good. And then if you double spell, we can flip it back over to Human Soldier, and then able to exile something else from their board. So really, really great card to have. And then Skyclave Apparition, able to take a creature or a non-land or non-token creature of 4 mana value or less, and exile it. And then when it leaves, it creates a XX creature for the opponent. But really good card to get rid of an annoying creature that the opponent may play. And then we have Legion Angel in here just as another means to basically pull from our sideboard. So we basically get 3 free additional cards in our deck that we don't have to account for. So they're in the sideboard, so we can play one, and then we can go in the sideboard and get another, and continue to do that. So that works really well for us as well. And then we have 3 Faceless Havens, 4/3 creature with Vigilance, helps us close out some games. And then Cave of the Frost Dragon, this can help us close out a game too if we're needing to strike in the air. It's 3/4. We can pump it multiple ways with Paladin Class, with the Intrepid Adversary, with the Lunarch. Lots of ways to pump our creatures in this deck. So without further ado, we'll jump into it. Give you a heads up, we had a lot of good matches. We're able to get out of gold into platinum with this deck with very minimal effort. So alright guys, let's jump into it. Put Skyclave on that. That way there we just make sure that he doesn't get it back. This is tough because he's got to reduce to memory, so what I think we're going to do is just hold on to these and just plus our Paladin class. And just say no attack. Force him to get that reduced to memory out. And play it on our Skyclay before we introduce Brutal Cathar on something else. Oh wow, so he's just pumping them out. I think we have to go for it. Get rid of his Clarion Spirit. We'll get out another Paladin. We just don't want him to hit our Voice of the Blessed. Alright, we'll pump. See if he wants to trade. Nope. He's gonna take our Voice of the Blessed, fortunately. We're just gonna pump our class again. So it's got double strike. Alright, so we're gonna get a 2/2 token back, gain some life, turns into a 4/4. It's gonna double spell here probably. Yep. Get rid of his Clarion Spirits. We'll pump and we'll attack him with our tokens. We'll give that double strike. See what he does. Hopefully he goes in with all his flyers. Which he did. So that's 12. He's got 4 blockers. We've got more than enough to kill him. So good game. Good game. This deck's been working out really well. Alright, I think we keep. Alright, so my guess is he's probably going to put a -1/-1 on our guy. No? Okay, he's just pumping. In that case, we'll keep growing our Chaplain of Alms. It's got 5 mana though, yeah. That stinks. Fine, he's not at 6 mana yet, so this makes it an easy play. Clarion Spirit, Circle of Confinement, make some spirits, get rid of the Scoot Swarm, attack in. Dig in for an answer. He's got 6 mana. Another binding. My guess he's probably going to take my circle. Yep. Gonna try to rush him before that Scoot Swarm takes off. Unfortunately, he may get double triggers here on the Scoot Swarm because he gets one from the Binding of the Old Gods, and then he might be able to play another one. Yeah, so... Oh, another Scoot Swarm. And he's going to have a Science to go grab a land and gain some life. And get a decent amount of triggers for a Scoot Swarm. We're just going to attack in, put the pressure on them. Okay, so we got rid of a lot of Scoot Swarms. It's down to 3. So we've got enough in the air to kill him as long as he doesn't have a response. Got him. Alright, this isn't bad. Just start laying it on him, hoping that we can get him down before he has the chance to do a Blood in the Snow or something. Down to 10. Got him. That was quick. So we like to see. Usually mono black is hard to beat, especially if they're running snowlands to get the Blood and Snow off. That's really hard to come back from, being a creature deck. Alright, I think we keep, even though we're short on land. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we'll pay the 3 life. And we'll swing in for 2. Oh wow. Really didn't like that card. We double Clarion Spirit here. We'll get 1 in. It's been stuck at 3 mana for a while now, so. Cool. Just exiling all the good stuff. Make some more spirits. Fortunately, he's probably going to go get another land. But yeah, we need to get that flyer out of the way so we can swing in. Down to 8. That flips our to the werewolf. Now he needs to double spell to flip it back. He's got lots of answers for our creatures. Fortunately, he doesn't really have anything to be able to help him in the air. I'm gonna get rid of his witch. Pay the 3 life. Just gonna keep pumping our flyers. Down to 3. And he can't afford to kill our creature. He could exile it, but he can't kill it. Well, it's got ward, so I don't think he can do that even if he wanted to. Alright, so he's going to gain some life, going to gate some cards, but unfortunately he's going to take damage for doing that. So it's down to 2. Probably gonna play Pest Summoning here, but it's not gonna matter. Yeah, because he'd have to pay the life and he can't, so. Alright, another one. This deck's going well. Alright, player veteran. Next turn, play voice. Next turn, play Adeline. Keep getting those counters. And he takes it. Down 14. Clarion and Paladin Class. Okay. Alright, we'll play Clarion here. Double spell. Alright, so unless you can make a flyer, get rid of Voice of the Blessed. Alright, so we made some flyers. Yeah, he's seen enough. So I was gonna put it on his between his Clarion Spirit or his Lunarch. Tough call. Probably on one of his Clarion Spirits because you know, we were trying to swing in the air. But we made it to platinum, so hey, there we go. Out of gold into platinum. Take it. Alright, this looks alright. I think we play Spirit here. Maybe there we can get the Spirit Warlock out. Okay, well we'll hold off on that and we'll do Brutal Cathar on the Sun Gold. No attacks. Okay, he's gonna Brutal Cathar our Brutal Cathar. Oh, wow. Go up to 25. And block here. That way there we'll get another spirit out, pump our guy some more. Down 5. No blocks. Fortunately, he gets to take and we get a land. Cool. Swing in for 1. There's just nothing we can do. We didn't get anything worthwhile. Yeah. Can't win them all. Paladin Class. Alright, I think we play Circle of Confinement on his pack leader. No blocks. Just need that third land. Just not having it, huh? Gonna block so we can gain some life. Man, we're just getting crushed here on not picking up any lands. Cool. Still no land. This is insane. Like one land would solve that 6/6 wolf creature. Take 4. Another ranger class. Finally. No attacks. Keep trying to stay in this game. Alright, I think we get rid of his other cemetery prowler. No attacks. I think we do Spirit, and then we'll do Voice of the Blessed. Okay, well, he conceded. I'm not real sure why. He had a 4/4 Chariot. He could have swung in for 6, and I would have been able to block it. But you know, I mean, there's all sorts of things he could have done to buff it too. He could have got another Ranger class. He could have, yeah. I mean, there's lots of stuff that he could have done. He Snakeskin Veil. Just enough to buff it to get through my 6/5 first strike. But yeah, we'll take it.